Now this is the most important part of this module, which is effect of variables. And by variables, I mean things like stock price, time to expiry, interest rates, implied volatility. We'll come to all of that one by one. So the first thing is stock price, which you already saw. So see, stock price goes down, option price goes down and you make losses. Stock price goes up, option price goes up and you make profits. So this profit happens to you because the option price goes up, right? So 9150 is currently trading at 153 rupees. If it goes up, the option price will also go up. Why? Because it is giving you profit, so it has to trade higher. We can look at another interesting tool to see this thing playing out. So if you look at this particular tool, you can see how option price changes with the price of the underlying. So here's the price of the underlying. I'm going to vary this. You can see your P&L fluctuating. So let's just focus on this part because this is the call buy. So this is your LTP and this is the expected price of the option. So you can see that the option price is increasing when the spot price or the underlying price or the Nifty price goes up, right? Now let's look at it with 0 days to expiry, or let's look at it today itself. You can see that this price is going up, option price is going up, this expected price goes up and you get profit. Or let's put it this another way, right? Now the option is trading at 153 and when the expected price is 154, you make around 2 rupees. That's just 135, 75 into 2 roughly. So with every point move in Nifty, the expected price of the option also goes up or down, which results in your P&L. So when stock price increases, the option price also increases, right? Very simple. Now we know that the underlying stock price movement affects the option price too. The right question to ask at this stage is, all right, by how much? So how much does the underlying Nifty move change your stock price, change your option price is one of the most fundamental questions which you need to answer as an option trader. Now this is very simple when you consider expiry trades, right? Because we have looked at the payoff diagram of expiry. There's nothing sophisticated about it. The tricky part is estimating how much does it affect a trade which is not in expiry. What if 3 days later you want to pull out? What if in the middle of a week you want to pull out? Now this is a question which is answered by a technique which we are going to illustrate now. So let's start with the at the money option, which is 910 call 30th April, right? So my question now is, how much will the P&L, which you're seeing projected profit of 7, almost 0, change if Nifty goes up by, let's say, 1 point? And my answer to that is somewhere around 47 rupees. So, the projected P&L will become around 46, 47. The P&L jump would be around 39 rupees. So let's see what it is. Okay, jump to 49, which is roughly 40 rupees. This is right? So I figured out that if Nifty goes up 1 point, your option P&L will jump by 40 rupees. Now, how did I do that? The answer to that lies in this tiny little number you see here called delta. Now, delta is the change in your P&L on your option when Nifty goes up or down by 1 point. So let's make it jump 1 point, around 40 rupees. Let's make it jump down 1 point, around 40 rupees. Right, so this is delta, how much your P&L changes with every point change in Nifty. Right, so what does this 38.3 mean? This is something which we have to interpret first. So let's set a benchmark first, which is futures. Now when Nifty goes up or down 1 point, usually the future also goes up or down 1 point. I mean, there are exceptions to this, but theoretically for this illustration, let's assume that this is one-on-one correspondence, right? So if Nifty goes up 1 point, the delta of a future is 75. So this is a lot of future. There are 75 futures in each lot, which means the delta of one future is exactly 1. So a lot is 75, one future is 1. Let's see if this is true. You can see this, right? It jumped by 75 points 75 points, 75 points, 75 points. So each point jump in Nifty corresponds to 75 point change in the P&L of a future. So which means that one future moves 1 rupee for 1 rupee change in Nifty, which is a delta of 1 or 75 per lot. Now coming back to our option, this is around 38. So half a future is 37.5. So you can see that the delta of at the money option is somewhere around the halfway mark of a future. So this is how you quickly answer how much your P&L will fluctuate if Nifty moves up or down 1 point. Now let's see 10 points. So my answer to this question is around 400 rupees is how much my option P&L will change with 10 point change in Nifty. So let's pay attention to this number, projected loss of minus 30. Let's jump it 10 points. So you can see it moved around 400 rupees. This is correct, right? This is how you lose delta. This opens up a new question. How does delta vary with different strike prices? So to illustrate that, we have a comparison between 3 strikes, 8800, 9150 and 9500. This is an in the money option, this is an at the money option, this is an out of the money option. So an in the money option has a delta of 60, which is almost equal to that of a future. An at the money option has a delta of around 40, which is half that of a future. And this option, which is 9500 OTM, has a delta of 13, which is like very low, almost let's say around 1/6 of that of a future. So let's see this, right? Let's see this if this delta is correct. So if Nifty goes up 1 point, this should jump to around 60 rupees. So let's see that. 60 plus 8, around 68 it should become, 67. This is correct. So delta is working here. Now let's look at the last one. Profit is at 8, delta is 14. Let's jump it by 1 point. Yep, it goes to 19, roughly right. And one last point about delta is when option becomes more and more in the money, as you can see, delta is increasing. So a very in the money option is almost like a future. This is half a future. This is very small part of a future. But as this thing goes up, you can see that delta is increasing. And when it becomes very much in the money, this is almost like a future, which is also intuitive given that this graph resembles that of a future straight line graph. You can see the future straight line graph here. And by the time this graph reaches here, it's almost acting like a straight line graph. Or in this one, see, this is almost a futures graph. So this opens up a very interesting point. If you want to trade half a future, an at the money option has the same movement as half of a future. And in the money option is almost a future, and an out of the money option is like a small tiny fraction of a future. This also allows you to open a new way of thinking, that if you don't want to trade one full future, you want to trade like, let's say, part of a future, options are a way to kind of make that half bet. I mean, I won't recommend you do that straight away because there are other factors which affect option price other than just the underlying price alone. So we'll park it for a later reference date. But remember that options are kind of like futures. Deep in the money options are almost futures. Out of the money options are part of futures. At the money is half a future. Right. So armed with this knowledge, let's move on to the next thing which affects option prices. Now let's look at strike price. What happens? How do different strike prices affect the price of the option corresponding to that strike price? Now that is very simple. Let's look at this. So I'm going to just pull down this menu which tells me the prices of different strikes. So you can see a relationship here, right? 8900 is at 313, 8950 is at 283, 9000 is at 245, 9050 is at 217, 9100 is at 184, 9150 is at 153, and so on and so forth. And as you go higher and higher, the option price reduces. Why? Because this option has some chance of making a money, this 9150, and this option 9700 call has very little chances of making the money because it is implying a 550, 650 odd point, 550 odd points move in 4 days, which is very highly unlikely. So in this option, if you want to make money, you need 550 point move, whereas in this you only need around 150 point move. Whereas this option is already making money 8650, because currently Nifty is at 9154, this is 8650, which is why this is worth something. So as you go higher and higher, the higher strike prices have lower option prices. This is also fairly simple. A higher strike call option has a lower option price.